Today we're going to take a look at creating forms on your iPad, and we're also going to be talking about Firefox getting onto the iPad.
This episode brought to you by Stitcher Internet Radio.
Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here. Welcome to iPad 365, the show where we look at apps to keep your iPad aplay. My name, of course, Jeffrey Powers. You can check everything out over at iPad-365, that's iPad-365, or go to Geekazine.com/iPad365. Get you there nonetheless. Twitter handle is iPad365, and of course the email is iPad365show@gmail.com. And we've had some people email some ideas for applications. Thank you very much. Feel free to email or Twitter me at any time. You can also Twitter me at Geekazine if you wanted to. And of course, we still have the survey up on geekazine.com/survey. Feel free to fill that out and let me know what you like, what you don't like about the show, and so we can make some changes if necessary. All right, today I'm going to show you an application where you can bring in your business and bring in the information into your iPad. It's a program called Bento. They just came out with their 4th version for the iPad, Bento 4. It's also, you can also get it for your Mac, you can get it for your iPhone, your iPod Touch. So, but basically what this is a form collaboration type application. So you can create a form, you can put in data, and then you can share it with your different devices. Maybe your MacBook, maybe your iPhone or iPod, or whatever, but it'll at least get you back and forth, give you information. So if you don't have your iPad all the time, and you just have like your iPhone with you, you can fill in information, you can get customer information, so on and so forth. This is how it works. We start with this page where we're asked to choose a template. We can do it a whole bunch of different things. We can just have a blank template, or we can choose from, like if we want to put together a diet log or some events or some home inventory, some expenses, exercise log. I stay away from that type of log. Items sold, customers, equipment. So if you wanted this for an inventory thing, this would be great with the equipment. What we'll do is we'll just do the event one. So we bring up the event log, and of course, if we wanted to delete the database, we just hit on this bottom left-hand corner here. We can choose to delete the library. We can put in new collections to the library. We can tier it out into different types of forms, and of course, choose the library icon. But basically, we have a simple form here where we can enter in title information, event information, the location, the start date, the end date, all the information. Like, let's say we're doing iPad 365. We'll go iPad 365 Bento episode. Location, if we wanted to, I'm in Madison, Wisconsin, so Madison, Wisconsin, it's an all-day event, and we're all good. We can put in a whole bunch of lists, and of course, this is just a basic form. So what I can do is I can actually add stuff to this form. Now, how do you do that? You go to the events, and then you say, by hitting the pen there, and then you say, I want a new field. So let's say I want to put in a duration field, which we've already got, but we want another duration field. We'll put it right there. So it's basically drag and drop in there. So we'll say duration, and we'll create that field. Now we have a duration field. We can resize it to make it fit the form. Oops. And of course, it will have conformity lines, so you don't have a form that has one box that's way too small and another box that's way too large. We can actually put in some other things like location, phone number, email address, URLs. If we wanted this encrypted, we could put in this encrypted box right here. And then we could put it in a password. We'll just say 1234 for now. And then, of course, confirm the password, 1234. And now we've got a password. So if you wanted to get into this document, you'd have to know the password, 1234, which, of course, I'm not putting in there. So, but basically, you can adjust the form, you can add fields, and go from there. When you're done, we'll just click off of there. You can go and you can take a look at everything that you have written in a spreadsheet form, where you can then take that spreadsheet and do a whole bunch of different things to it. Like, for instance, send it somewhere, sync it up with other computers, email libraries to other people, and just basically have an area where you can actually see what you're doing and how your sales are going, or how your events are going, or whatever you choose this program to do for you. So this is a very basic look at Bento, and I know there's a lot of people that get really complex with it. If you want to show me the screenshots of your Bento screen, let me know, and just send them to ipad365show@gmail.com, and we'll show them on a future episode. But this is Bento 4. Like I said, it's for iPad, iPhone, iPod Touch, and it also is for MacBook Pro. There is a price involved, but if you want to put together and organize your stuff, your forms, your events, maybe a garage sale or something like that, this is perfect for doing that, and you can check it out. It's called Bento. All right, we talk about Stitcher Internet Radio. It's a great way for you to get your podcasts on your iPhone, on your Android phone, on your WebOS phone, on your BlackBerry phone, and even the iPad. I'm going to tell you something. This is how I listen to my podcasts. Why? Because I can listen to them one after the other, after the other, after the other. It's great for me to just sit down and go for a walk, or as I'm working, I can have the headphone plugged into the jack and I can listen to the podcast. And when one podcast is done, the next podcast is there. iPad 365 is in audio format, and you can find it on Stitcher. All you have to do is search iPad 365, and you can go and get it from there. Put it into your Stitcher Internet library, into your favorites, and then just sit there and listen to some of the great, cool shows that you can find. The cool podcasts and the people that are making them. Absolutely free. In fact, Stitcher is giving away $100 to any of my viewers and my listeners over on Stitcher Internet Radio. Just have to download the application. Doing that by going over to Stitcher.com/geek, Stitcher.com/geek, and then enter in your name and then download the software. At the end of the month, they draw a name, and of course, you can win a $100 gift card. So good luck in that, and of course, check it out over at Stitcher Internet Radio. All right, so last week, Mozilla announced that they're coming out with what they're calling Firefox Junior, which is their iPad app. We've seen other browsers come onto the iPad, including Dolphin browser. Yahoo came out with Yahoo Access. I have a couple other browsers that I've taken a look at, and we'll probably do a roundup of all the browsers. But with Mozilla getting into the game and Mozilla saying we want on iPad, it'd be interesting to see how Apple's going to respond to it. Last week, I talked about on my Day in Tech History show about Microsoft and how they tried to keep Internet Explorer tied very closely to Windows. In fact, they sent Netscape a please do not compete letter, which basically said, please don't compete with us, and go from there. They then sent it to the Department of Justice, and of course, that started the whole monopoly trial. With Mozilla entering the game, and Apple still having a stronghold on it. Because if you think about it, when it's all said and done, after a while, you might be using a new browser, but after a while, everything just defaults to Safari, and you end up using Safari instead. So it'd be really cool to actually see Mozilla become a default browser on here. I think that might be what they're going for, which would be really cool. And if that's the case, then we might see the iOS 6 or iOS 7 come out with an option for which browser. Same thing with the maps out there. As you heard, iOS 6 is going to have Apple's maps, but you'll probably have a choice between Google and Apple. And as long as those options are available, then everybody's happy. You can choose your map of choice. I think the same thing should go with the browser. You can choose your browser of choice on your iPad. What do you think? Let me know. Twitter me at iPad365 and let me know, would you switch to Firefox on your iPad, or would you stick with Safari? All right, that is today's episode. My name is Jeffrey Powers. Thanks a lot for watching and listening over on Stitcher Internet Radio. Tell me what you think. Twitter me at iPad365. Friend me at iPad365. We could use some more friends there. Of course, the Facebook page, of course, facebook.com/iPad365. The website, new domain name, iPad-365.com. You can catch us over there. And then, of course, iPad365show@gmail.com. All right, tomorrow we're on Games Tuesday, and we're going to take the Magic cards and we're going to put them on the iPad. And we're going to talk about that in 24 when it will be another episode of iPad 365. My name is Jeffrey Powers. Thanks a lot for watching. You guys, geek out.
You should follow Graphite on Twitter at GraphiteINC.